live on Facebook and live on Instagram.
Okay, it is deadline time here in the Jewish Link office. I'm here with Zack Greenberg. Before I get to Zack, our guest, I'm going to tell you something very, very special. This is probably we're going to print on the Pesach edition of the Jewish Link tomorrow night. Okay, that's a night early. All right, we will be our biggest, thank God, ever edition. Period. At over 240 pages. We will also be doing, I'm actually holding in my hand here, covering up my stomach, we're holding here this is a draft of our Chol Hamoed activity guide. This is going to be a 24-page pullout in your paper coming to you later this week. And a big part of the reason for this is actually one of our latest contributors, Zack Greenberg. Zack is someone who grew up in Bergenfield, who actually our family loves because and the way that they kindle their family heart to our heart is to be a counselor for our son Zev. So I think that's how we got to meet Zack. Zack, you were how many years ago were you at Has?
I was there in 2017 and 2018.
So Zack also had I had the pleasure of being at Zack's wedding as a escort for my son Zev about a year and a half ago. When was it?
This past June.
This past year, not even a year. So you're still in Shana Rishona.
Still trying, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So I had the pleasure of being at Zack's wedding and being my son Zev's escort, which is something I love being. It's always nice being at a wedding that Zev is invited to, but I'm not. And Zack started writing for the Jewish Link, I'd say, about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zack, I think, emailed me and said he's interested in profiling, going to different places, and I think the first one was AMC Dreamscape.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first reality place.
Yeah, just tell me a little bit about what motivated you. Tell also what you think about the Jewish Link and that kind. And tell us a little about who Zack Greenberg is and where you're holding today, and besides being married and being a former Hess counselor.
Okay, yeah, that's a loaded question. I've been reading the Jewish Link since I think it came out when I was in the middle of high school.
Correct.
Right.
Yep.
And I remember in 2016 I think I was featured for being the sports star of the week, and that was really cool.
Okay.
Because I ran the Jerusalem Marathon and
Export star, yeah. Good.
And that was awesome. So I've always had a passion for. I've always loved reading through the Jewish Link, reading some articles, and especially the pictures are a lot of fun. And I remember a few months ago, I went with my best friend Jared, who is also co-counselors with me at HASC.
Yeah, we love Jared Benjamin. Shout out to Jared. Mazel tov, by the way, on having a new baby.
Mazel tov, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared and I, we're very big movie guys. I don't know if you can tell yet, but we're huge movie guys. And we saw that AMC has this virtual reality movie thing. And we're like, we gotta check this out. It's right here. There's only 5 in the country. And we went, and we just had an awesome time. And I thought this would be something really cool for me to write about. And I think a lot of people would be interested in reading about it. And I remember people always come to me for dating places advice. I'm not the best at dating advice, but I'm really good at coming up with fun dates. And I thought that maybe this could be an ongoing feature. I've been to a lot of fun places in the area, so I figured I'd write an article, just one article, and if it doesn't, and I'll send it to. And I knew Moshe, you from being a counselor at HASC and whatnot. So I figured I'll just shoot you an email, and if you like it and you want more, I'll be happy to do some more. And then I think you came to me and asked me if I would be down to do the Pesach guide. So I guess that's how we got here with that.
Yeah, 100%. So let me just tell you. So first of all, Zack actually represents a lot for me in the Jewish Link. Okay, first of all, you represent. I've always loved, especially people who always loved going places. I've always wanted to have a columnist or a writer who's writing about doing cool stuff. Okay. And we've had, by the way, people written about different things.
Yeah, I saw one on a Medieval Times a few years ago.
Correct, exactly right. But we never really had anyone on a regular basis. Okay, so this is great. I also happen to think our community, our readership trends younger. Okay, meaning you have a lot of both young adults, 20-somethings. You also have a lot of young families, 20, 30, 40-somethings, looking for stuff to do with both their families and also with their friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so me to have someone writing about AMC Dreamscape, and I think even your latest one, which I think is interesting, which you'll tell them in a second, is just cool. It's good content for our paper. We've been doing a Chol Hamoed activity guide for years, but we haven't loved it. By the way, COVID did not help it. A lot of the events and places were closed for the 2 years ago. So we were thinking about getting rid of it, but I love the Chol Hamoed activity. I wasn't thinking about getting rid of it. We almost had to. I thought what a great way to have someone who loves going out to doing events. I love it to actually to help us put it together. So this year, Zack is actually contributing. He actually put it together. He also has a couple cool features in the activity guide. Tell him about the 5 for 5. Tell him.
So I thought, my opinion's great and all, and people could hear my favorite activities, but I especially love, seeing other people's voices and what they like to do. So I made a Google form of just questions of like ranking your 5 favorite places and like where you're at in life, so you can see a little bit of the diversity. And I ended up getting 5 people who have, they're all like around the same age, but they're all different like backgrounds, different stages of life, and they ranked their favorite 5 places and wrote 2 to 3 sentences explaining why. So I think it'll be a really fun addition to the Pesach guide. And if anyone else in future editions wants to fill out the form, definitely reach out to me.
Yeah. So my only criticism was it was all younger 20-somethings.
Yeah.
So for future years, we're gonna try
I'd love to get adults.
We're gonna try to get some. You're an adult, by the way. We're gonna try to get like some 40-50 somethings as
yes,
well.
that's what I meant.
That's but that's okay. No, I didn't mean to make fun. There's also you did another feature also for this week's for the Chol Hamoed guide.
Yeah, I actually saw it's going to be an advertisement in the guide, which is funny. I didn't know that. I wrote about TAC Ops laser tag.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually one nearby in Fairview, something like that.
Yeah, I think Fairfield.
Yeah, Fairfield. So I went to the other one in Forum for one of my friend's birthday parties. So it's pretty much just like you would think like it's just regular laser tag, but it's crazy. Like they make it like a military war laser tag where there's like different missions, like, and the guns have different features, and you get like a full size like laser tag gun that looks like a military gun, and like it was like a lot more intense, which I thought was a lot of fun. And like by the end of it, we were like all like sweating and drinking tons of water because we were so tired from like the battle, and it was just a great time.
Could you see like parents, like older parents, like 30-40 somethings enjoying it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, assuming that you like to, like, as long as like
you like to shoot people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like you don't even have to, like, you can even be like a sniper type person. Like even comes with scopes that have like I didn't even think I put this in the article because this would have been extra, but has like a red dot so you can see where you're aiming at. So like if you like don't want to even run around so much, you can even just like sit back and go in some good hiding spots and shoot people, which is fun.
Just want to tell you something. For me, growing up, I grew up in Queens, and for me, every Chol Hamoed, I used to do paintball. So for me, like Chol Hamoed and paintball are associated with each other. It sounds like actually it might be if it's cold outside, it sounds like it might be a great alternative.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. You did one other feature, I think, also, if I'm not mistaken, about movies. I think Pesach movies.
Yeah, in the guide.
Yeah.
So I thought, what's Pesach without mentioning some Pesach like movies? Yeah, everyone loves movies.
Prince of Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually loved asking. Like I told people I was writing about the Pesach movies, and I would say to them, "What do you think are your top 10 favorite movies?" And like obviously people usually guess like the top 5, like like 10 Commandments, Prince of Egypt. But then like it gets like some trickier ones, like as you get more in depth, and like so I think it'll be a really fun issue for viewers.
Yeah. And last question for us is: are you going to Six Flags, or you did it already, or you can't go because
I wrote in an article. I think I covered Six Flags like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I don't think I'm going this because I think I'm gonna be working, but I hope to do maybe a Broadway show at night. Mm-hmm. But I have definitely been to Six Flags for some Pesachs.
I had you. By the way, your Six Flags piece generated a whole big discussion among our staff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because whether or not, I think I mentioned this to you also, do people in the community go to Six Flags not on Chol Hamoed? Okay, and the answer I learned was that people do go to Six Flags. There's actually a lot of people in this community who have season passes to Six Flags.
Yeah.
Okay, and by the way, I found that a lot of our Highland Park Edison readership, they love going to Six Flags.
It's probably nearer to there, right?
Yeah, it's closer.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is I totally take back what I said, and Six Flags is totally not only a Chol Hamoed activity, which it was for me growing up.
I actually love also Coney Island Luna Park. It's like a different theme park, and it's along the water, and it's a really great vibe. Like it's kind of like a boardwalk area, and they got like I think the oldest roller coaster in like New York or like the New York area.
Is it fully open? Do you know if is it all open?
It looks like it's gonna. Like I checked the calendar, and it looks like it'll be open over Pesach.
See, and is a baseball field active? Is anyone playing that?
Oh, I didn't check that, but I didn't even think it to include minor league teams in the guide. Like we have a sports section in there.
Yeah, that's 100%. Okay, so you heard it from Zach. Anything else? Any other places? First, what's coming up next? So do we know what's after Tech Ops? What are you writing on?
I have a lot of the guide I actually wrote. Like I have like a list of places that I want to cover. So in the guide, I just kind of took a lot of places on my list, and I was able to just put it in the guide. So like those are like quick little previews of it, but hopefully like I'll be able to cover them more in depth. I know I started an article on a circus, and I started an article on Cedar Lane actually.
Cedar Lane.
Yeah, like right here in Teaneck.
Yeah, what's
I don't
on
know,
Cedar Lane?
I have a great time.
You love
going.
Cedar Lane.
Yeah, I love Cedar Lane. Recently the Teaneck Speedway just opened. I haven't been there, but
true.
I love Teaneck. I mean, for me, like one of my favorite things in high school was just going to the movie theater, getting some pizza, and going to the candy store. Like that was a great day for me. And like going to the farmer's market, like that's a sick day.
It's awesome.
And Pickalicious, awesome.
That's not bad. I love that. It was something that's almost like a kind of like a staycation for everyone staying like.
Yeah, if you're just here and you just want to like Cedar Lane's like underrated, I think at this point.
We have a question about the booklet. What is the name of the booklet, and where can people get it?
The booklet I'm holding is the Chol Hamoed Activity Guide. It will be in this week's paper. It will be a separate insert into this week's all papers. Okay. It will be in every single Jewish link published, all 20,000 copies that we publish. Okay. There will be a separate 26-page Chol Hamoed Activity Guide. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the clarification. I hope I clarified at least. I think I just want to wish Zach and all of our listeners, viewers, I should say, a really a Chag Kosher V'Sameach, and have a wonderful Pesach, and really enjoy the traveling, enjoy all your Chol Hamoed activities. Anything last to say? Any final words?
I hope everyone has a great Pesach, and Pesach's a great time where you're off, and you should spend time with the family and do fun things. This is especially like people with kids. Like this is the times they're gonna remember, and you don't even have to go far. Like there's so many fun things to do here, and I hope everyone takes a look at the guide and hopefully comes up with some good planning and fun activity. Hopefully see you there.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Moshe.